Hello everyone, it is me Vegeta T23 and welcome back to my new What If. Today we're talking about what if Saiyans and Tuffles had an agreement. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I mainly post Osu stuff. Now back to the video. In the last part we discussed where we left off in the Buu saga, as well as Vegeta's and Raditz's transformation in a Majin. Vegeta got out, but Raditz gave up, which turned him into one. Raditz challenged his brother to assert dominance. Bardock arrived, so him and Broly went to fight Buu while the brothers fought. Kakarot won since Raditz lost all his power due to strain of Super Saiyan 3. Bardock lost his power too, so Broly went to fight Buu. But he was eventless, and so Kakarot took his place right when he arrived from fighting Raditz. He tried to annihilate Buu as fast as possible, but it didn't work and he lost his power. So Shin took everyone there to his world. Mr. Satan wanted to prove the world he is the number one and went to defeat Buu, but befriended him here instead. That resulted in Super Buu to be born. Kakarot was chosen to train with the Z Sword, and after breaking it and getting his potential unlocked by the old Kai, he was teleported back to Earth where he witnesses Super Buu attacking Mr. Satan and turning back into Kid Buu. That was the perfect chance to come to the conclusion those two split again, and it gave Kakarot enough time to plot a plan. Kakarot then went to attack Kid Buu and damaged him enough to make him regenerate for quite a bit, then charging up and firing a massive blast at him, finally disposing of him. In the end, Good Buu joined the team, and the memories of Buu were erased from people's heads, as well as cities restored by the Dragon Balls. With the recap out of the way, let's continue the what if. Buu chose to stay with Mr. Satan's place, and Hercule agreed. Raditz now understands what mistake he did, and he continues to be the celebrity everyone knew, this time more wise and cautious of his mistakes. Vegeta is now aware of everything and thinks to himself how he shouldn't kept it a secret for so long. But Bardock and the rest of his family disagree for obvious reasons discussed in earlier episodes. The problems aren't over yet because a certain purple cat has woken up, wanting something he can't really remember. His assistant goes with him to destroy planets and stuff. During one of his destructions, he saw that flash from his dreams, but forgot it the instant it appeared. Oracle Fish helped with the situation, and the Super Saiyan God is the only thing discussed among them right now. Beerus decides to visit the Saiyans on Earth, and so they go. On Earth, Bulma is having a birthday, and the cruiser is already filled with people. Our Saiyans are there, of course, as well as some Tuffles and Mr. Satan with his daughter, since he got invited by Vegeta for some reason. Kid Vegeta eventually hooked up with Videl, and they're hanging out around the cruiser. Vegeta is messing with Mr. Satan about his son going after his daughter, making a joke out of it. They laughed it out and continue on. All of a sudden, Kaioshin rushes in, gassed out and attempting to speak. Everyone is confused and Bardock is cursing him out for bringing Trunks again. Shin gets to his senses and speaks up how a god of destruction named Beerus is coming to Earth and is coming fast. Vegeta has heard of that name before and asks Shin to elaborate. Shin does so, saying he's coming over with Whis, his assistant, and not to play with his temper. This throws Elder Vegeta off and speaks up, asking if he's talking about a purple cat by any chance. Shin confirms it and both Elder Vegeta and King Vegeta collapse on the ground. Shin realizes they know of him, but just as he was about to continue talking, Beerus and Whis crash the party. Beerus looks around and mentions how there's no clue of a Super Saiyan God. Bulma rolls with Shin's warnings and gives a warm welcome to Beerus and Whis. Shin is trembling but tries to play it cool. Vegeta wakes up and greets Beerus for the first time since he was a child. Beerus notices the Saiyans and walks through them, asking about a Super Saiyan God and if any of them is one. Everyone is just quiet for a few seconds and answer that they have no clue about a god, but they do have a legendary Super Saiyan he might be pleased with. Beerus accepts. Broly and Beerus fight it out as our crew watches on the fight. Despite being thrown around, Broly is doing quite well and is getting angrier with each passing blow. Beerus is impressed, but not impressed enough, throwing Broly around even more. Elder Vegeta says how the Super Saiyan God is their best bet at victory, and that they need a way to summon one because Beerus is a picky god and wants to be impressed, or otherwise they can kiss Earth goodbye. Broly taps into his Super Saiyan 3 and pushes even further beyond, getting a green tint and green hair. He says that it's his full power, and if it doesn't work, they're gonna summon the Super Saiyan God to Earth. Kakarot gets an idea from that sentence: the Dragon Balls that are kept as a prize on the ship. Kakarot intervenes in the fight and tells Broly this is getting them nowhere, and he should get the God powers Beerus wants. Broly agrees, and so they begin the whole ritual. Since they have more than plenty of Saiyans capable of going Super Saiyan, it was a piece of cake. In the end, Broly is the Super Saiyan God and is ready to do a rematch with Beerus. The first punch is blocked by Beerus. His entire arm tingles from the punch, thinking he might have made a big mistake. Broly lets himself lose it to increase chances of winning. Beerus fights Broly for quite a while, and it's obvious this is gonna be a difficult fight for the Destroyer. Broly takes the fight further in the atmosphere and powers up further. Beerus is giving Broly a hard time, so Beerus now goes full power to combat Broly's constantly growing attacks. Beerus charges up a small destruction blast and shoots it at Broly. Broly manages to disperse it. Beerus then charges up more of them, and Broly is now struggling, but still succeeds to get rid of the blasts. Beerus now had enough and charges at Broly, punching through his heart and telling him how he's no match for him. Broly then starts falling down to earth. He falls in the water and in his mind compliments Beerus and his power. He then gets the motivation to fight him even more, followed by a rage boost, and heals up the stab. Broly then returns to outer space and surprises Beerus. They then continue to fight. Beerus charges up a big ass blast and shoots it at Broly. Broly has no other option but to counter it. So he charges his new attack called Crusher Cannon and fires it. The wave battle is fierce, and Broly is slowly losing his Super Saiyan God form, but his power stays the same. Broly then feels a push and powers up to combat Beerus' Ki Ball. The Ki is then nullified and they continue on the fight. Broly finally loses the Super Saiyan God power, and Z fighters begin to sense his energy. Beerus notices Broly merged his Super Saiyan God power with his normal Super Saiyan and compliments the Saiyan. Even the Saiyans on Earth noticed the difference and began commenting on the immense power of Super Saiyan God fused with normal Super Saiyan. They continue to fight from there. Beerus then charges up another strong blast and Broly is pushed back once again, making him exhausted. Broly is finally exhausted and he then reverts back to his base form and starts falling down towards Earth. He then remembers his friends who he met on this planet, and he told himself he doesn't intend it to end this way. So with the last bit of energy, Broly springs back once more for his final efforts, transforming into legendary Super Saiyan and then shoots a yet another Crusher Cannon. Beerus just puts him down with a blast of his own. The fight is done and Broly falls down on Earth, caught by Vegeta. Beerus then compliments Broly and prepares a Hakai blast, with everyone wondering what it might be. But then, Beerus falls asleep out of nowhere. The Earth is saved yet again, and Whis tries to excuse their butts so that they can leave. With that, Beerus hasn't yet been defeated, but he showed some respect towards the legendary Saiyan. The party actually continues with no snags, since everyone thought the fight was part of the party. However, it was the real deal, and Saiyans keep their mouths shut. With that, we're leaving things be for now. Thank you for watching. If you think I drink too much Monster Energy, then click dislike. But if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below. And as always, peace out.